Come one, come all, join in this glorious day where we make a Zelda tier list. Why? Because why not? Alright, now 3 left. 3 games left. The best games. Nothing even comes remotely. Link's crossbow training? You know what? I actually don't hate Link's crossbow training. It was one of the early games we streamed on this channel, actually. But we'll get there. Yeah, we're not doing those games. We're just sticking with the ones that are either have Zelda or Link in the title. Alright, let me save this as tier list, because man, I don't want to lose this. Alright, let's very simply get started. Zelda 1, somewhere in this mess, right there. I'm thinking nice, easy base. Zelda 1 is D tier. And I might change my mind later, but Zelda 1 feels like a D tier game. It's great. I love it. And it started all of this, but it's just kind of like, it's a little It's a little Because, like, it tells you nothing. And I think what solidifies this for me, Zelda 1 does get the D. That's fair. But here's the thing is I don't want to overload S tier. And if I put Zelda 1 in C tier, I'm going to overload S tier. So that's why I'm thinking D tier, because I don't think... There's definitely worse than it. But we're also going to be ranking it. So, like, say I like Zelda 1 on Game Boy. It could go right there, which means it is worse than Zelda 1. Or I could put it here, bump that back, which means it's better than Zelda 1. So that's what I'm thinking here. For record, we're not doing that yet. Zelda's Adventure gets F tier all to itself, and CDIs take E. Yeah. Zelda's Adventure is the only one in this list I have not played. That's the only one I have not played, but I've seen enough of it that I'm fairly confident saying, yeah, that gets an F. F in the chat. But yeah, the reason I'm thinking Zelda 1 D tier is I set Zoda down with it, and he had a hell of a time with it. And I don't mean that in the good way. I mean, like, it wasn't fun. It became fun when I, who knew how to play it, took over, got to the first dungeon, and gave the controller back to Zoda. Then it was fun. But getting to that dungeon, playing it in 2020 with no manual, you'd agree with... Well, we'll get Zelda's Adventure out the way and put it right there. Like, it's not going further than that. I just don't think it's nearly as beginner friendly as it could be. And that's why I'm thinking D tier. We can come back to it, but right now I'm thinking D tier. That being said, this is just worse Zelda 1. Emergency track. We won't even rank it. It won't even leave this area. It'll just stay there. Game Boy Zelda 1 is worse than NES Zelda 1 because of that screen crunch. Alright, Zelda 2. Here's the thing. I like it more than the first one. It's not a C tier. It's definitely still this one. We're gonna bump this all down and bring... They're all in order. This is all on Photoshop. You can't see my Photoshop tag, but it's all like file 1 is Zelda 1, file 2 is GBA Zelda 1, etc. I set this up. Like, this isn't Tier Maker, this is Photoshop, because I couldn't find a tier list that had all 38 games. No. I'd be impressed with myself. This one. it's below Zelda 1. So this is like perfect Zelda 1 sandwich, where Zelda 2 is the bread. That's how I'm feeling for the NES titles. That's how I'm feeling for the NES titles. Link to the Past is one of those games. Oh, my dog's barking. I would love to just throw up an S tier and be done with it. See, it's 50-50 for me. I like them both pretty much almost equally. Zelda 2 is a little bit more just because it's unique within the series. Nothing else did Zelda 2, but Link to the Past is just better Zelda 1. So because of the uniqueness behind it, I like Zelda 2. And the dungeon music, man. Like, we gotta... Death Mountain. You see, here's the thing, is I didn't have trouble with Death Mountain until my most recent playthrough, and I was like, oh, I get it. But yeah, if you know the pattern, it's just left, right, or it's right, down, right, down, right, down, if I remember off the top of my head. I know the area when I walk through it, and we'll get there when I play Zelda 2 on stream, because that is happening eventually. But yeah, Link to the Past, just to keep S tier from Baron, and because of the Ice Palace, and the third Dark World dungeon, the one where you get the Fire Rod, I'm putting it here. I'm going to put it here, in A tier. Great game. Love it. I would love to put it in S tier, but those two dungeons kill it for me. Like, I get to that part in the game, I was like, ugh, these dungeons. And I don't think an S tier should have any, this in it. Oh yeah, no, it's not moving from top of A tier. 4 Swords. This is 4 Swords. GBA 4 Swords. You know what? I'm thinking... Break the Sandwich. Genuinely. I'm thinking let's break the sandwich. Because, like, it's a side mode. It's not supposed to be fun, or it's not supposed to be in depth, and I really think they expanded on it with Four Swords Adventures, and oh my god, the music. Like, I can't speak for Zoda, but Zoda's the one I played it with. That music still haunts me. The da 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 ba ba ba. Haunts me to this day. So no, I'm thinking that's a D tier. It's not terrible. The puzzles are fun. I really like the magnet glove item. Really like that. But the music and the fact that it shows that it's just a side mode kind of kills it for me. All right. What's next? Link's Awakening on the Game Boy. This one is a C tier for me. A little bit lower on C tier. Like right there-ish. Right there. And this should be DX, which goes right there. And here's why. Because I feel like that's a little bit of a rough opinion. Eagle's Tower has a game-breaking glitch. Because I played the DX version, and I got to Eagle's Tower, and I threw that ball in the wrong spot. I couldn't pick it up again, and it killed that file. Like, I spent 10 hours getting to that point, and then I just threw the ball in the wrong spot, couldn't pick it up ever again, couldn't leave, couldn't do anything, Googled it, and it just said, yep, reset. No. And to get 100%, you can't die throughout the entire thing on that small of a screen, and with that limited control, no. So it's a great game, and we'll get to how great of a game Link's Awakening is when we get to the Switch port, which I actually think is next. Switch port, right here, cool. This one jumps all the way up to here for me. Link's Awakening. I love it. Great game. I love the idea behind it. I wouldn't put the remake in S tier just because it does still lock you to the 8 directions, even though Between Worlds had free movement. So, you know, I'm going to leave a little bit of room for Between Worlds. But, no, I found Link's Awakening on Switch a much better experience, just because they fixed Eagle's Tower. That's it. If they left Eagle's Tower so the ball stays where you throw it regardless, no. Ocarina. Ocarina. I'm going to leave a little bit of room in S tier, but Ocarina is pretty S tier. And I don't feel like I'm breaking new ground saying that. But Ocarina, pretty good. Pretty good. And then this is Master Quest. Oh, what was that message? I missed it. Alright, we're open to Twitch. As someone who doesn't play the top-down Zelda stuff often, I really like Switch Link's Awakening. Yeah, no, it's good. It's pretty chill. And nice. I'm glad you still have your dungeon. Did I beat it? I can't remember. Can't remember if I beat it. Master Quest. This is exclusively the Master Quest. I'm going to put that... Honestly, I think this is our first E. I think this is our first E. I don't like Master Quest. I do not like Master Quest. E. E meme. Well, yeah. Well, because, like, you had to... If it... The overworld is great. But, even though this is an N64 box, it's on the GameCube, so that kills the controls. Oh, yeah. It kills the dungeons. Like, none of the dungeons are more fun. The text speed is still abysmal. Like, they had 4 years, because this came out in 2002, I believe. They had 4 years to fix the text speed of all things, and they didn't. They still have the pop-up Navis to tell you how to open a door. Like, it's called Master's Quest. If you don't already know the ins and outs of Ocarina of Time, you're not gonna be able to beat it. Plain and simple. And so just the amount of quality of life tweaks they could have made, but they didn't make, kill the game for me. And we'll touch more up on that when we get to Ocarina of Time 3D, which I believe is next. Yeah. This one. It's either going to be behind... It's either right on top or right in front of Ocarina of Time N64. Just because of all the quality of life improvements they made, and it has a Master Quest mode. Master Quest is still on it, but they made it harder by flipping the world and taking double damage, so they did increase the value of it. And it's unlocked right after you beat it, so that you can't go right into it. It guarantees you have to at least know the mechanics. So in that regards, Master Quest was done right there. This Master Quest, I don't like it. It can stay down there. I don't like the Master Quest. So now the debate is 3D or N64. Which do we put above the other one? I am open to consideration here. N64 above? Sure, I'm good with that. I'm not going to argue that. What's next? The promotional disc. Why did I include this? True, but the graphics are nicer. Why did I include this? What are we going to count this one as? You know, I'm going to count this as all of it, and I'm just going to throw it in B tier. Because if we take into consideration... P for promo. We don't have a P tier. I'm going to put it in B tier because It has Zelda 1, Zelda 2, Majora's Mask, and Ocarina of Time on it, which is crazy cool. I like that. True. Yeah. That is the only way to play Majora's Mask. However, it muddied the graphics. I don't think it looks nearly as good on GameCube as it does on N64. The lack of Link to the Past has always confused me. I guess it was just down to disk space, but I mean, they could have killed off a few of those videos for it. And you know what that sucks about is that was the first time I played Majora's Mask was on this disc, and I was like, I don't like this game. And then I played it on 64. I was like, it's pretty alright. It's still going in A tier. Majora's Mask is going in A tier. It's just I don't know where in A tier. And I'm sorry, Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not going in S tier. But yeah, B tier. What's next? I think next is Majora's Mask. Yeah. So we're gonna throw you nicely. You know what? We're going to put it right there. Right below Link to the Past. No, here's the thing. Some of the side quests in it. Kind of trash. Like the one where you have to jump back and forth between the things in the Great Bay. Like the 4 platforms with the torches on them. In concept, very fun. In execution, pretty fun. The penalty if you mess up. Why? Why do you make me go all the way back, wait for the boat, get the boat, go all the way over, shoot the tree, talk to the guy, like just when I fall off, bring up the text box, oh, that's too bad, you want to try again? Yes, no, get whatever. That alone is kind of like, The heart piece where you need to give the Deku Sprout the moon tier, and then look through the telescope and see him fly away. So you need to go to the telescope, go to the Deku Scrub, go back to the telescope, and then go find the Deku Scrub, and he's not tracked in your bomber's notebook. It's kind of bad. That's what kills the game for me. The actual game itself, phenomenal. Collecting the masks, phenomenal. Getting the heart pieces kills the game for me. That's the only thing for it. Everything else brings that game, would put that game in S tier. But the heart pieces bring it down, in my opinion. Here's the thing. Here's the 3DS remake. That's going right there. That's going right there. Because of the improvements to the bomber's notebook, plus the gyro aiming, and the additional fishing hole. Why do you need to fish in the 3DS version? You don't! They made it optional, but they put it there, and I appreciate them. Ooh, Oracle of Ages. I liked this one. This is another B tier for me. You know, it's above promotional. Where was promotional? Right there? Yeah. Oh, that's right, they did nerf Zora. Does that push it to top of A tier or stay at bottom of S tier? You can fish as a treat. That's what I want to know is, does this push this video or this game from top of A tier to bottom of S tier? Or other way around? True. You know what? That's fair. We're keeping it there. Extra area to be big boy. Next should be Oracle of Seasons? Yeah. And I'm doing the controversial thing. That's a C tier right there, buddy. Between the two. No, top of C tier. I did have fun with it. I did have fun with it. But that's the top of C tier for me. I can't even explain it, but I really enjoyed Oracle of Ages. I liked Ages more. I think. Yeah, no, I liked Ages more. I'm sorry. I find the puzzles more satisfying than the combat. And if I'm to be honest, I played Seasons first, which I'm sure is messing with it. And Seasons, you have 4 overworlds to traverse, which gets a little confusing. Ages, you only have 2. And you can transfer between them at any point. Whereas Seasons, you need Stump. So it's just kind of... It's still a good game. Like, all of these are good games, except Master Quest. But anything D tier is a good game. Anything above D tier is a good game. But yeah. You know what? You can convince me to put it at bottom of B tier. I could be tempted for bottom of B tier. Ooh, I'm thinking bottom of B tier. Because it wasn't that bad. You got Mushu. You know what? You got Moosh. You got Moosh? We're taking Moosh. Give me the Moosh. Give me the Moosh. We're going B tier. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, Wind Waker. On GameCube. Wind Waker Cube of game. Changes the season? Yeah, that's fair. But Ages does that too with the Ages. Wind Waker. On Cube. Wind Waker on Cube. I'm debating bottom of A tier or top of B tier. Just to give an idea of where my head's at. Yeah, true. Again, if it didn't take me like a year, because like these 2 games I've only played once. That and Minish Cap I've only played once. Oh yeah, I agree with that. I think I'm gonna go bottom of A tier for now. We're gonna go over this at the end and see how we feel about everything. Wind Waker HD I liked more than Link's Awakening. And just so we keep a little bit of love from Yu-Gi-Oh, we're not going to put it below, or we're not going to put it above Majora's Mask, just because of that good old soft lock for 100% completion. What's next? Minish Cap, another one I've only played once. It's a solid... Oh, jeez. See, this one was fun. But I've also only played it once, and the lottery is kind of annoying. You know what? This will be anything I recommend, anything above B tier, you should play. Or anything in B tier and above, you should play. Although it sounds like you have, so who knows? Ooh. It's not. It's not. That's a solid C tier as well. Jeez, man. I think... I liked this one the most out of all the Game Boy Zeldas. Man, I wish this was on friggin' tier list maker. So they're just automatically format. Alright, what's next? Four Swords Adventures! This is where my opinion gets very controversial. I'm putting it there, and I don't want to move it. I love that game dearly. Make it a little bit bigger. I love that game. I don't even know if I'm willing to debate that. What's this one? Twilight Princess on Cube. You know what? Cube Princess can be B tier. I'll reformat it later. Next is Wii Princess. Yeah, Wii Princess. Wii Princess is gonna be Wii Princess E tier. You know, if I put Master Quest in E tier, I should put Wii Princess in E tier. That's only fair. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Link's Crossbow Training. That is bottom of D tier. That's where I'm putting that one. That's fair. But then here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. Boom. Twilight Princess. Best Zelda game. That's what I'm thinking. I love it, dude. I love Twilight Princess. It's my favorite. It's my absolute favorite Zelda game. And I feel like that says a lot about me, but I loved Twilight Princess. I'm thinking top of S tier. What's next? Oh, Phantom Hourglass. Here, hello. Hello, you. You're going at the bottom of C tier. That's where you're going. You're better than your friend Spirit Tracks. Oh boy, that one's better than Link's Crossbow Training. Actually, no, you know what? I'd put that above the Game Boys. I'd put that above the Game Boys. Not above... I really like it outside the light bugs, and usually by the time I start Water Temple, I'm finally free of bugs. I've been light bugged too much. That's fair. I think that's why I at least Twilight Princess HD reduces the amount of bugs you need to get, which is nice. Here's what I'm thinking. Is Skyward Sword better than Four Swords? I think Skyward Sword is better than... Or, not, Spirit Tracks. Spirit Tracks is better than Four Swords. That's what I'm thinking. We're going to put that there for now. We'll pretty it up later. I have HD and GameCube file that are both just at the Water Temple because I'm ready for a break by the time I get there. Yeah. So I've been playing the GameCube version recently. I just got to Arbiter's Grounds, which is a phenomenal dungeon. I don't find the light bugs that tedious, but that's just me. And I'm not saying your opinion is invalid because I totally get why people think light bugs are tedious. And I definitely do have complaints about Twilight Princess, but oh my god, I think that game is phenomenal. Like, as far as Zelda games go, I think that is the bar to beat for Breath of the Wild 2. What's next? Skyward Sword. Speaking of Skyward Sword, oh boy! Where does Skyward Sword go? Tentatively? I'm thinking there. I'm thinking right there. Second in A tier. I liked Skyward Sword. I really liked Skyward Sword. Fi does kill it, but the last time I played Skyward Sword, I was playing it with Zoda, and we just spent the entire playthrough laughing at Fi. So once you get past how annoying Fi is and just look at how funny it is, you put it above Link to the Past. Yo. You're like blowing my child mind right now, because Link to the Past is the first Zelda game I ever played, which is why it's always so high on my list. It's one of the games I can just go back to endlessly. And here you are, convincing me I should put Skyward Sword above Link to the Past, and I'm believing you. I'm gonna do it. Because, like, while Link to the Past was the first Zelda game I played, Skyward Sword was the first one I was hyped for. Yeah, I feel good about that. Let's do that. I feel good about that. What's next? Ooh, this one. I don't know if it's above or below Link to the Past. Yeah, screw it. It's above it. Yeah. Actually, you know what? It's better than Skyward Sword. Is it though? Is it better than Skyward Sword? Because here's the thing. It's either bottom S tier or second A tier. And I can't tell. I'm putting it below Skyward Sword because I don't find the difficulty there. I do prefer... no, I do prefer 3D Zelda, but I just don't find that one difficult. I don't find it challenging. So on that metric, I'm putting it there. Triforce Heroes. Oh man, this is where my apparent controversial opinion comes in. We're throwing that bad boy right there. I'm gonna pretty this up later, but we're throwing that bad boy right there. Smack dab. You know what? That's the thing. Is it looks lame. It's so fun. It's so fun to play multiplayer. Same with Four Swords Adventures. They're so fun. Get a group of 3 friends if you're playing Four Swords, 2 friends if you're playing Triforce Heroes. Play through it. So fun. I love it. I love it. What's next? Breath of the Wild. Oh no. Oh no. Breath of the Wild. Oh no. Well, this is the Wii U port. Wii U port is smack dab right there. That's not what that's the original version. Wii U's going right there. No, it's B tier. Wii U version's B tier. Jeez. Which version? Where do you go? Where do you go? Where do you go? Banned for Zelda's crimes? That's fair. But like, I bought the Wii U version after the Switch version, and I was like, what did they do with the gamepad? Nothing. They did nothing. Yeah, but there's like no integration with the Wii U pad, which is the entire reason I bought the game on Wii U. And no manual in the box. B tier. Bad. B for bad. This is not my placement for this, by the way. I'm just thinking. Yeah. Mid-A? I'm thinking mid-A. It's either... I'm just trying to debate, is it better than Between Worlds? Is it better than Skyward Sword? Is it better than Ocarina 3D? I'm kind of at a loss. Because as a Zelda game, strictly as a Zelda game, it's kind of C tier. But as a video game, it's S tier. So we got to find that middle ground of how is it. You see, that's the thing is I'm still playing it. Like I'm at like 600 Korok seeds. Game S tier, Zelda game C tier. So where do we put it? Oh, completion of this game is F tier. They literally give you a pile of shit when you complete it. Where do we put it? Looks like we gotta find the balance. You know what? I'm gonna call it. I'm calling it. It's going. Above Wind Waker, below Triforce Heroes. That's where I'm putting it. Oh, Hyrule Warriors on Wii U. Ha 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 ha. Actually, no. This one might be our E tier. This one's E tier. I'm putting it right there. I've made up my mind. Yeah. Yeah, but here's the thing. I thoroughly enjoyed Hyrule Warriors on the 3DS to the point where I'm going to put that right about here. It's the first Warriors game I've played, so I don't have that issue. And then Switch version is literally just both of them put together. just gonna put it slightly above 3DS version. Because I think it's fun. And I love the Ganon's design. Like, I did genuinely have fun with the game. We'll see. Look where we put look where we put the Wii U version compared to the other versions. Both of them put together plus bonus content. Yeah, no, it's a great game. You know what? Actually, yeah, you convinced me. It's going right below. It's going right below Breath of the Wild on Wii. No, above Breath of the Wild on Wii U. That's what I'm saying. Man, I gotta clean this up. Oh, and then all these. So Zelda's Adventure. This is the first game you can play as Zelda. We're putting it there. Link. It's like Zelda 2. We're putting it there. Zelda's Adventure. Oh boy. We're putting it here. Oh, well. I don't even care enough to distinguish. Alright, let's clean it up and then we'll debate it. Let's clean it up, then we'll debate it. Okay. So, we got some cleanup to do, because I don't remember what A tier was looking like. So, I like Skyward Sword, Between Worlds, Past, Majora's Mask, Breath of the Wild, Triforce Heroes, Link's Awakening. Wind Waker is before Link's Awakening. This is looking how it was. Be nice to me. Thank you. Can I move that one back? Is that what it was? I can't remember. We got that. You know, I'm too big. I gotta smoosh it. Link's Awakening was ahead? Yeah, okay. I did like Link's Awakening. And it added that hero mode, so, you know, free content. And I remember very firmly that the promotional disc did separate these two. But where did Breath of the Wild fit? This was too big. Where Breath of the Wild Wii U fit? Yeah, I'm gonna put it right there. Then don't, no, that time I don't believe you. I don't believe you. No, I don't feel good about that. We're gonna... This is bottom B tier, all the way. How we feeling about this, lads? How we feeling about this? It's like let's look at the absurd ones. We have Link's crossbow training above Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U. Actually, saying that out loud, I feel I overvalue Zelda's Adventure. You know what? Here's what we'll do. Rotate it 190 degrees. Or 180. 180 degrees. If I can ever get 180, I will let you know. Oh, I had it. For a brief moment, I had it. There we go. There. That's the thing, is there's not much to it. So, like, is it okay where it is? This is why I want to have this conversation. Is it okay where it is? How are we feeling about it? These are the questions I wanna double check. Put it in the corner too? Which corner? Oh, in the corner. Highest E is more fair? Yeah, I can concede to that. You know, I don't think, I feel like you're like, yeah, that's fair. That being said, I do own it. I own everything on this list except for these three. Don't own these three. And by I own everything on this list, I mean Zoda and I put together own everything on this list. I'm thinking, genuinely thinking that. I'm $1,000 away. Yep, I am. One day I will not be. I'm feeling that. That's how I'm feeling. Glad to see Ocarina of Majora's Mask where they belong. You did this to me. You did this to me. When I met you, I did not like Ocarina of Time. There are still things about it that bother me. Like, you have to find 10 Poes to get a fourth bottle when you, at this point, you can only have a maximum of 3 bottles. That's ridiculous. Are we feeling good about this? I feel like there's too much in A tier and not enough in C tier. Does that make sense? Because like this is a pretty balanced list, but there's a lot in A tier, not a lot in C tier. So I think what I'm gonna do, 4 swords will come down, promotional disc will come down, and we'll see if that looks better. Drop bottom 2 into B tier. Wind Waker's B tier? But then B tier will be overbloated. So unless you want me to drop Oracle of Seasons back into C tier, which is where I had it originally, and then that'll be nice and organized. We'll see if it's actually overbloated. So if we're putting... You know what, that is fair. And I think that's the great thing. Okay. Small tangent. I think that's what's great about it, is you like ages more than I like seasons, and I like seasons more than you like... Or other way around. I like ages more than you like ages, and you like seasons more than I like seasons, and that's why they're great games. Because people can have different opinions, but they came out at the same time. So if you were on the playground and Timmy said, "Here, look at this game," and you looked at it and you're like, I like how that looks. You could pick it up at the store and be like, well, I wonder how the other one is. And then, you know, it was like Pokemon, except you were trading your entire game cartridge. I don't think that thought made sense. Yes, that is a good way of putting it. And I think that's why as I got older, I liked Ocarina of Time more, is because like the puzzles in it are pretty good. I'd rather do one puzzle the size of an entire dungeon, water temple, and you like 20 puzzles, a 20 room dungeon of 20 puzzles. I'd say a 15, 20 room dungeon with 15 puzzles. I like, yeah, I'm liking how this one feels. I'm liking how this list is feeling. I'm really liking how this list is feeling now. Especially now that I figured out how to do the layer thing. Let's just make it look pretty now. Is this Kakariko Village playing right now? I can't hear it. Nah. Very appealing. These could be tighter together. Alright. Last call. Is there anything in this anybody would change? I'm open to last minute suggestions. Is Kakariko good? I like Kakariko. I like Kakariko. This is a home movie with a pain simulator. That's funny. Yeah. It's not... This isn't sitting well with me. This isn't sitting well with me, because I think I had it like this to begin with, and then... No, I didn't. I did have it the other way. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. Triforce Heroes is top tier? I agree with you, Zoda. Is Triforce Heroes above Link's Awakening? Yeah, Triforce Heroes is above Link's Awakening. What am I on about? What am I on about? Triforce Heroes is definitely above Link's Awakening. The reason I switched Between Worlds... That is Between Worlds. Link Between Worlds? Yeah, Link Between Worlds. I just found the game too easy. Link to the Past to this day is still like a decent challenge, and I'm wearing the shirt. Between Worlds I just found way too easy, and it's not like they had an option. Considering you can do any dungeon in any order, they had to make the whole thing. Like, you couldn't just be like, yep, okay, you're gonna do or transgender. That's fair. But yeah, looking over this, there's nothing else I would really... I think I'm willing to swap these two as well. I think I'm willing to do that. Now I'm feeling good about this. I'm looking at it, every game is where I think it should be. I can't believe Skyward Sword beat Link to the Past. I never thought this day would come. But here we are. I like where Breath of the Wild's at. I feel like, if anything, Triforce Heroes might actually be better than Breath of the Wild. But just promote S to SS. No, I like how evenly distributed this is. I am debating dropping Wind Waker down to B tier, but that's a lot of moving. So I'm going to leave it where it is. The only thing I'm debating is Triforce Heroes above Breath of the Wild, but I also have to look at the amount of stuff there was in Breath of the Wild versus the lack of single-player content that was in Triforce Heroes for those aforementioned people who didn't have people to play with. But I did have people to play with, so it was quite a great game. I had a lot of fond memories with it, and I think I'm willing to leave it there. Only Link's Awakening. Oh, we're having fun in chat today. I think I'm okay with this. I think I'm good with this list. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at every single option. Oh, no. Oh. Alright. This is the last edit, I swear. Is Twilight Princess GameCube better or worse than Wind Waker GameCube? I'm almost inclined to say it's better. In fact, I'm not even going to debate it. It's better. That feels nice. Alright. Final answer? Oh, you disagree? Alright. Let us think about it. Alright, let's do a pros and cons. Pros of Wind Waker, you can have 3 items equipped instead of 2 that Twilight Princess gives you, and Twilight Princess requires you to switch items a lot. So that is something I do have against Twilight Princess, is that you can only have 2 items equipped at a time, and you need to switch items a lot. But that's to its advantage, is it makes use of all items more frequently. There's a lot more interruptions. Now, when you say interruptions, do you mean like cutscenes, or like just things that take away from the game, like the opening, which we're ironically listening to Ordon Village right now? And huge trips back to go sumo wrestle a fat dude. See, here's the thing, though. That's not really a huge trip, because that gives you Epona and then leads into one of the most climactic parts where you're chasing down King Bulblin. Like, that's literally just, let's get the character out of town so when he comes back, he has something really fun to do. Or she. For Syrixian. So I do like that. Wind Waker has the vast Great Sea, which is cool, but not a lot in it, and you're just in a boat, whereas Twilight Princess has a pretty big overworld, but you're walking the entire time, and you can fight enemies not just with cannons, but also cannons are cool. I wish I could just put them right on top of one another and call it a day, but at the end of the day, one of these... Collect the goats and stuff? Yeah, but that's only like 2 minutes. Do the figurines outweigh getting cheese for Yetis? It's not helping that there's Twilight Princess music playing right now. It's really making me feel like we should just leave it as is. Zoda, what are you thinking? You played both. I want your opinion, Zoda. Share your opinion. I'm not asking you to make a decision. I'm asking you to just make an opinion. See, I wish I would just leave them on top of each other. Maybe I'll turn them horizontal and put them on top of each other. Is GameCube Wind Waker better than GameCube Twilight Princess? I'd rather play and beat Wind Waker. I'd rather 100% Twilight Princess. That makes a lot of sense. The unfortunate thing you have to look at is I'm the one making this list, and I 100% every Zelda game I play, if I can. I haven't 100%ed any of these. Did that one, not that one, not that one. GameCube Wind Waker's better. Okay. I'm getting 2 people telling me GameCube Wind Waker's better. I'm not going to deny it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do that. There we go. I concur. It's 2 against 1, and then somebody who's never played either. So we'll do that. Okay, let's see. Outvoted. Didn't 100% any of these. 100% of that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, That one, that one. Got all the hearts on that, not all the items. Same with this one. Not even close to 100%ing that one. Not that one. 100% at that one. 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 Faces of Evil is not aligned right? What do you mean? Oh, do you want that one upside down as well? Do you want it upside down? Oh, it's not lined up. I didn't clean the F row. Let's zoom in and see if that is acceptable. Ah, it's too big on the bottom. There we go. I'm sorry. It's fixed now. Alright. I'm happy with this. Took an hour and 15 minutes, but I'm happy with this. Do we speak now or forever hold your silence? Do we leave it at this? I'm thinking yes. I just saw that too. An entire Esper. Yeah. Let's make this look good so I can post it to Twitter. Alright. Yes, I'm happy with this. Close all these other tabs I don't need. No! Ugh. Alright. With that, I'm gonna call it there. And yeah. That's our tier list. You know what? Also, this is like way too crowded for me. No, I want that one. This guy get brought up a bit too. Fun times. I agree. This has been an eye-opening experience on my opinion of Zelda games. This one has my heart. I can't wait to play it on stream. We're playing it in the winter, when it's at least colder. Yeah, I can put it in the Discord. I'll put it in the Discord. Just let everybody in the Discord know what they missed by not tuning in. Alright. And with that, I bid you all adieu. Farewell, friends. Oh, also, it's hard to see because the webcam, I just kind of threw it there. I don't even know if you can see it. Can you guys see the scarf right there? It says Hero of Hyrule. So much brown and blue. That is a lot of brown and blue. That's an amusing amount of brown and blue. Now I'm too low. That's better. It's how I like to have my webcam. Like, just like this. Show the room. Because my face isn't interesting to look at. Everything behind me is what's interesting. I agree to that. Anyway, yeah, now I'm going to finally end the stream and stop rambling. Farewell, friend. What is on my arm? Dust. Alright. Goodbye.